This is not your normal rivalry. These two teams share a stadium. The only setup like that in the NFL. But the local angle this week takes a backseat to just how important this game is. The New York Giants, you don't know which team you're going to get week in and week out, Dan.
And sometimes the same thing could be said for the Jets.
Yep.
But, Tom Coughlin has been a successful coach in the NFL for 18 years. And when I asked him yesterday how many times he's been on this hot seat, he laughed and he said too many to count. But he's been able to shut that noise out and concentrate on getting his team ready to play with more consistency. He told us the key today will be how well the Giants' defense can contain Chris Ivory, and Coughlin likes his edge with his special teams in this one. We shall see.
Well, last week we saw a whole lot of Odell Beckham. He was targeted 18 times by Eli Manning. I think we expect to see a whole lot of Beckham again today.
The most dynamic and entertaining player in the National Football League. And you just can't get enough of seeing his extraordinary catches. Growing up, he felt he always had good hands, but he told us he has learned the value of hard work and practice, and he has the desire to compete for every pass and to win every game. And aren't we all the lucky ones, because we get to see something special every time he takes the field. Now, on the other side of the ball for the Giants, with only 12 sacks in 11 games, they need Jason Pierre-Paul to get after Ryan Fitzpatrick. JPP has a new brace on his injured right hand, and it allows him to put that hand on the ground and return to his normal stance. And because of that, we will see him line up at both right and left defensive ends today. And as Tom Coughlin said, it's vital for JPP to get home today and get Fitzpatrick.
Well, for the New York Jets, last week, season high in points against Miami. Was it based on the opponent, or is this offense ready to consistently produce at that level? We know one thing. Brandon Marshall put together quite a show against the Dolphins.
Well, he had an extraordinary afternoon against the Dolphins and cornerback Brent Grimes. Grimes gives Marshall the respect with a 7-yard cushion, fearing the deep ball, and then the out route turns into a significant gain. Next, against the bump and run, Marshall will use a double move and then blows by Grimes for a long gainer. And finally, it's no contest with Marshall's size, strength, and speed for the score. He finished with 9 catches, 131 yards, and a pair of scores.
Well, defensively for the Jets, some concerns today because Darrelle Revis is missing his second consecutive game with a concussion. His replacement last week, Marcus Williams, had an interception but was injured, sprained MCL, left knee on the return after that INT. So we'll see Buster Screen out there. Darren Walls will make an appearance as well at cornerback. Defensively last week, a number of game-changing plays from Todd Bowles' squad.
Well, the Jets come into the game with the 3rd best defense in the National Football League. Last week they padded those stats against Miami, a franchise record for fewest yards allowed rushing, along with a fumble recovery and an interception, 3 sacks on Ryan Tannehill. Now that is the blueprint for success today against the Giants.
All right, Dan, time right now for our Tools for Success, presented by Home Depot.
Jets running back Chris Ivory leads the AFC in rushing and in rushing touchdowns. And cornerback Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, he's a gamer. 24 picks on his career, 6 he's taken back for scores. Eli Manning may have to take roll call with his offensive line after so many injuries have befell them this season. And who's going to take up that challenge of matching up one-on-one with Odell Beckham? Certainly not I.
Whoever loses at this game could be in jeopardy for a postseason spot. It's the Jets and the Giants, the NFL on CBS. Countdown to kickoff continues from MetLife.